Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and we're back, guys, for another episode of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, or as I like to think about it, Tedium the Show. They have a serious pacing problem here. This show doesn't know what it's doing, and they think their latest attempt to maintain interest with episode 4 is to jangle keys. That's right, when in doubt, jangle keys. This episode is roughly 25 minutes of actual content where nothing literally happens. We've reached that point already. 4 episodes in, nothing happens, very little development, and as I said, jangly keys. So we're going to burn right through this. Right, so we open the episode with Peter giving a presentation about his work with fake Dr. Race Gender Swapped Connors and about energy, a magnetic thing. Essentially, it's all being done so angry white man scientists can yell at him and look like a dick. And after he's summoned to go meet Osborn, Carla Connors can look like the calm, collected black woman. And I have to ask a question. Why is she wearing a glove on her hand still? She's been wearing that glove since we saw her. I mean, is that part of her outfit? Is she hiding her lizard experimentation already? Even though I don't know how or why she'd be experimenting with the lizard DNA, because she's an energist, not a biologist, chemist, geneticist. That would be fantastic. I wonder. Anyway, so she's going to look all calm and collected to the angry white man. Anyway, we move on. Now we basically have 2 plots in this episode. You've got Peter and Norman, and you got Baby Tombstone. So I'm going to go through Baby Tombstone first because it's easier that way because the show ends with Peter, so we can end clean that way. So Baby Tombstone, after giving a flower to Pearl at school, telling her how much he loves her and how much he appreciates her and how much she says she can be there for him if he needs her, gets summoned back to gang headquarters, where after a little bit of a, I don't want to say tussle, it's more of like him trying to semi-assert himself and show that he's nobody's boy. The big bad man in charge of the gang sends him to pick up food, knowingly sending him into the territory of an encroaching gang they mention called the Scorpions. As soon as I said that, I thought, no, it's not going to be that lame, is it? Oh, it is. It is. He's going to go pick up food in the Scorpions territory. They're going to give him the side eye. They're going to try and gank him, and he's going to get run out of there. They're going to tell Big Don that we're coming for him. And then when he gets back, he gives Big Don a piece of his mind. Don't use me as a pawn. I don't have to stay here. I'll move my family. Move them where? You who have no money, when your family has no money, you're gonna move your family out of where they are to safety from the gang that's not gonna possibly be hunting you? Because here's the thing. Big Don gives the explanation that their leader, Matt Gergen, if you know in a second, I'll explain it for those who don't. He's a psychopath who'll hunt you for sport. And now his number 2 knows your face. You can't run anywhere. You need us for protection. So you better be loyal to the gang. Now, here's how I said this can't be this dumb and can't be this easy and can't be this lame. Matt Gergen, wait for it, he's the Scorpion. So the Scorpions, their gang leader is going to call himself eventually the Scorpion. So right now we have we have 2 different Spider-Man rogues, Tombstone and the Scorpion, who are going to have beef with each other, apparently, before they ever have beef with Spider-Man. That's the creative magnificence that we see coming out of this writer's room. Anyway, so that's Baby Tombstone's storyline. We're setting up the Scorpion. Yay! Meanwhile, the majority of the episode literally the whole episode of Peter and Norman is setting up Peter's new spider suit. But before that, The show drops a ton of Easter eggs of where this show takes place during I guess their version of the MCU timeline. So apparently, we are told now that the events of Age of Ultron have happened, and Civil War just happened the other day. The events at the airport where Steve and Bucky fought with Iron Man Girl, although in this version, there was no Peter because Tony didn't go and find Peter. He found somebody else, I guess. So the Civil War has happened. And they also reference this stuff, as I said, from Age of Ultron. The Avengers have splintered, and Norman wants to make a new era of superheroes that don't have to worry about the Sokovia Accords. Anyway, Jangly Keys, like I said, Jangly Keys, low-rent storytelling to try and make you feel like you know this world, but you really don't. Right, anyway, so now Norman and Peter are going to go through various suit designs, which are all retarded. And here's another problem I have. This is Norman Osborn, one of the most basically evil men in Marvel history. There is nothing redeeming about Norman Osborn. Because see, part of the thing about the Green Goblin is that, yes, the Goblin is a personality within a Norman, but you know what? The trick of it was, when all things were pulled aside, the Goblin really was Norman. There was no alter personality. He was always evil and deranged psychopath. And this Norman Osborn, this race-swapped Norman Osborn, they have done nothing to make him seem evil in 4 episodes now. Nothing sketchy. No. It's just, he's being altruistic. He loves his son. He wants a brave new world of new superheroes. We all know where it's going to go, but they're doing a shitty job of setting it up. Anywho, so they're going to go through all these suits. I'm just going to let you see them all. They're all dumb. Peter doesn't like them, and they all have problems. He gets hung up on a cape. He can't control a flying gizmo. He scares little children with another one. It's all retarded shit. It's as though they think this is funny. They think this is comedy, but it's just boring. It's literally filler. Wasting our time. Until Norman finally understands, you're Peter, you're Spider-Man, Peter. I shouldn't be trying to make you anything but who you are. So here's your final suit that we're going to give you. So then we get the Future Foundation suit, or their version of the Future Foundation suit, in all white, a little bit of other colors in there. And Peter likes it. It's basically a real Spider-Man suit that acts normally, so it's fine. But he's going to swing to action. Now here we go. Here comes the rest of the Jangly Keys. Pete's going to be on patrol. A bunch of Eastern Euros rob someplace for money because they have to go to the inventor, the dude who's making all the gear for the randos we've been fighting for a couple episodes. And there's a big car chase that causes a traffic accident with an explosion. And instead of chasing after them, because the cops apparently have that perfectly fine in hand, Pete stops to help people, which is great. It's great. There's nothing wrong with Peter saving people. That's fine, because it's what your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man does. He helps people. So that's not a bad scene. What now is dumb is that one of the Euro trash escapes while the others get caught, and she goes and visits the inventor. And the inventor turns out to be Otto Octavius. That's right, we've got Doc Ock showing up at the very end here, looking comic book accurate, I'll give it that. But then episode's over. So, Jangly Keys galore. We've got Spider-Man villains running around everywhere, but half of them have nothing to do with Spider-Man at that point. They haven't even been born as a villain. Oh, I'm sorry. The last point is, Last Shot is also, almost forgot. That's why we stuck with the Peter story last. Peter swings back into Norman's office to praise the suit and finds Harry there. He had run into Harry earlier in the episode, but now Harry's there, and Harry sees him as Spider-Man, and now you've just complicated this ridiculous story even more. But now we're done. So as I said, Jangly Keys all over the place. Villains, look, it's Dr. Octopus. Look, it's going to be the Scorpion. Look, baby Tombstone. He doesn't want to be Tombstone, but he'll become Tombstone. Look, there's Harry. Harry and Norman both know Peter is Spider-Man. Only saving grace of the episode, no Nico. No obnoxious Nico. That was a saving grace. But either way, this is mostly boring. This episode, nothing to really scream about, cry about. It's just the evidence of a badly planned, badly paced show. They literally spent 25 minutes of actual airtime doing jack shit. Having Peter comically go through suits is not entertainment. Baby Tombstone's storyline is boring as hell because I don't want to feel compassion for Tombstone. Because he's supposed to be a villain, not supposed to be a guy who just get caught up in it. We've got Carla Connors, and I know I got that wrong a couple episodes ago. Carla Connors, she's a strong black woman who keeps the white man scientist in his place. I hate this. This is dumb, but we've got more to go. So I'll be back. I'll be back with episode 5. Hope you enjoyed this. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.